Does God call some people to the sea? Like a whisper only certain hearts can hear. The horizon opens wide in front of me. Every wave pulls me closer, draws me near. Big sky, big sea, the wind is free. The water carries more than memory. With the sun and the stars watching over me, I feel alive. Where the world meets the sea. There's a freedom in the rolling tide.
Hey, how's it going? John here. And now we're going to talk about squid fishing. If you like eating squid, or fishing for that matter, you like squid fishing. We do it at night. And since we're going to do it at night, I'm not going to film the actual fishing because it's going to be dark and this camera will not do it justice. So it's getting late in the afternoon now. Early evening, it's starting to get dark. Probably around 8 o'clock it's gonna be dark. We got the ospreys here making a lot of noise. Hopefully they don't land on the boat. Tall IPA when squid fishing is optional. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the squid jig. This is what the jigs look like. I'll put one up close to the camera. They got these weird hooks. There's no barb on the hook. The squid, they don't bite like a regular fish. They have their tentacles in front, and they grab it with their tentacles. And when you feel something on there, you just reel up, and they're real easy to take off. Once you have a squid on, you grab it by the lure, go over your. I'm going to put it in my cooler because they squirt out ink when they're frightened or whatever. So the squid is on here. You take it and you just go like that, turn it upside down, and it falls right off into the bucket. These squid are really good. If you had calamari at a restaurant and they essentially it's like rubber bands. It's very tough and they fry them. What I do is I take them and I saute them in butter and I put a little bit of salt and pepper, some seasoning, maybe garlic or whatever, and they come out really good and they're not chewy like the ones you had at a restaurant. So, and how I learned how to do this is my first year catching these things. It's pretty cool. These squid are weird. They're just weird. Like I said, you just feel them on there. They're just there. And what we do is, this is essential. We have a light. I'll show you the light. We put the light in the water to attract the squid. And it attracts bait fish. It attracts fish and stuff. You see fish going in the water. Let me uncoil this. We're going to uncoil it anyway. So yeah, it's fun out here. We're probably in like 17 feet of water. And there's different ways, if you look online, of these people catching these squid. They cast off dock. We don't cast. I just let down the line and I do a slight jig. I let down the line. I'll show you the jig. There's a weight on the bottom and then there's a drop loop where the actual lure is. And so when the weight hits the bottom, the line goes slack, and then you just reel up a little bit, and then you just jig. You just want that lure to move a little bit. This is the light, and of course everything here is Amazon. Isn't that the thing now? There's an osprey. Amazon. So there's a light, and there's a couple of weights on it. So I don't drop it very low in the water, maybe a foot or two in the water. And I have a connection. I can connect it to my 12 volt. And this is really cool. This turns green, and there's a big green circle. This is very bright, and it attracts them. And we're up here in Maine, and squid season is just in the summer months. And then when the large game fish come around, the stripers and the bluefish, I guess the squid go back out to sea. But anyway, it's late August and they're still here. So basically, I went on Amazon and I got a cheap set of different colored lures, and these have a little rattle in them, because that's pretty cool. But what I learned is I've caught some on these, and if they're not biting on one color, you go to another color. But what was a really game changer is these other ones. These are more expensive. These are Yoziri. Yoziri. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But anyway, and then they come in different colors. But I've been using this one, the glow one. And what we do is we hit it with a flashlight. We have the flashlight from Walmart. This is a Swiss Tech 5,000 lumens, and this is a really good flashlight. It is really good. My other one from Amazon, it died, and this one is really, really good. In fact, I could almost do a video on the Swiss Tech 5,000 lumen flashlight. It's really cool. It's waterproof, so you just unscrew this. There's a O-ring right here, then a USB-C connector, and you power it up. This thing is wicked bright. It has different settings on it, but it's lightweight and all that power. I really, really like it. Plus, I drive truck too, and I have to check the engine and the tires, and I can. This is just good all around light. So these light, you charge them up with the flashlight. You hit them with the flashlight for a little bit, and they glow for a little while. And I think that helps. So here's how we set it up. This is the leader that I made, and I guess it don't matter which side you put it on. So there's a loop right here. This is a rather large weight, and I just put the weight through the loop, and there you go. And then that's about, I don't know, 18 inches or more. I don't know, maybe it should be the other way around. Let's try it the other way. Let's try it the other way. I don't know if it really matters, but anyway, there's a loop right here. I made these up out of fluorocarbon. Okay. So put the loop through the hole, put the weight through the loop, and there you go. And then I'm going to assume that these glow Yoziris are working right here, and you got to poke that loop through the eye, and it's really small. It's kind of hard. I don't suggest you have too many beers doing this. It'd be tough, but I'm gonna put it in there. Oh, I did it. Okay, open up the loop. Open up the loop. Put your lure through, and then go like that. So if you want to change a lure, it's very easy to do. And then you hitch that onto your pole. I don't know if you can see that. So there's your weight, and then this is kind of gonna float, hopefully, out here, and that's gonna be glowing. And then you just jig the line just a little bit, just to get a little bit of movement. And then when you feel something on, you just reel up. You don't jerk your pole or anything like that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to set hooks or anything. Like I said, it's not like a fish. They don't bite it in the traditional way. They just lock their tentacles around it. And if you don't move it, that's why this weight is so good, because you can always have the line taut, so you know if there's something on it. So once you feel something, you just reel it up, and then once you have the squid, and squid are weird. Once you pull them up out of the water, they squirt water, and sometimes they'll squirt ink, and they're just weird. And then you just, like I said, once you get one on, just turn it upside down. So I'm going to put that on my pole, on my, I have a, what do you call this thing? I forget what they're called. Those osprey are loud. They're loud, and their babies are even louder. They're in the nest looking for food, and they just really, a swivel. I got a swivel. So I'm going to put that, and I'm going to get that all set up, so when it turns dark, I'm going to jig and see if I can catch some. They're really good eating. And it's unreal, because the squid range in size. They could be, I don't know, 8 inches to over a foot, over here anyway. And you eat most of it. The only thing you don't eat is where the eye is, the eyeballs. There's a, you eat the tentacles, so you cut them off. And then you, what I do is I split the body. It's like a tube. Those things are like a tube. And there's hardly no guts at all. It's unreal. Those things are very weird. There's hardly any guts at all. And I don't skin them or anything. And they are delicious. They are really good. They're a treat. I like that. Okay, so here's the swivel. I have a rather big swivel for other lures. I'm not a huge fisherman myself. I've caught bluefish and mackerel with my dad. I get sick of mackerel. Mackerel are easy to catch, but I get sick of them. Okay, so this got all messed up already. It's got all messed up already. Oh yeah, that's another thing that you have to be careful of. When you let the line down, I let it down straight from the boat. I don't let it down too fast. I kind of have my hand on the line, because what you don't want is this lure to get wrapped around here a lot, and for that to get hooked on there. It just don't work. But amazingly, a lot of the times it will not do it. It'll stay like that. But if you haven't gotten a bite in a while, reel up your line and look in the light and see if that's not all wound up. So that's the thing. I take it to jig, and then probably what I'll do tomorrow is I'll take some video of the catch, the squid. Hopefully I got a lot. Me and my wife, we like eating them. Me and my wife like eating squid. We freeze them, but this is the first year catching them. So basically what I would suggest, I mean, we caught, my wife was out here with me, and we caught some on these cheaper jigs, but the Yoziris, man, and we was cleaning house. So I wouldn't even buy these again. I would get the more expensive ones. They're like $5 a piece. I think the other one was like $7 for a whole pack, whatever it was. But all right, so I'm gonna wait till it gets dark. I'm gonna hitch up my light, lower it into the water, and start jigging and see if we can catch some squid. Thank you for watching. Hey guys, John here. Hope you liked the video, or maybe even found it helpful. It'd be real helpful to me if you would like, subscribe, and share these videos. Also, last winter I started writing books, and recently I started making songs with AI. My goal is to produce some kind of an income with my content so I can do more sailing, take more videos, and that kind of thing. You can see all my work from my Linktree link in the description of the video below. All right, till next time, Godspeed.